right, good morning, South Texas. Hope your day is going well. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson here with an update to the forecast, and I can tell you now it is going to be a hot one as we head all the way throughout this next week. So be ready for some much hotter conditions compared to what we've had more recently. That more typical summertime Texas heat is what we're expecting as we move into the weekend and into early next week. So I see a few people commenting right now. We're live on YouTube and Facebook, and I see on Facebook, Cindy says, good morning from Humboldt, Tennessee. Good morning to you. I have an uncle who used to live in Morristown, but I hope you're doing well this morning. And we have, of course, a lot of our viewers joining us in from South Texas, too. And let's go ahead and jump into that forecast. What do we have as we make our way throughout this weekend? Well, first off for today, if you've been kind of feeling a little lousy the last couple of days, it could very well be those allergies. Molds have been heavy to very heavy as we've headed all the way throughout this last week thanks to all that rainfall. Remember, whenever we get a lot of rain, those molds spike, and it has been an issue. Now, last night, right at sunset, we had a mostly clear sky, but then that cloud cover built in, and it was a low-level cloud day. This is the time-lapse from Calaveras Lake. You see that cloud cover really moving through, and now we start to see a lot more breaks in the clouds, and we'll see more breaks in the cloud cover as we head throughout this afternoon. It will be a partly cloudy to mostly clear sky. That's the current view out at Calaveras Lake. Not too bad of a view out there. The San Antonio airport showing a partly cloudy sky as well. I think we are going to have a chance for a brief shower or two today. Maybe not necessarily in San Antonio. I think that areas to the west, though, and closer onto the Rio Grande, going to have a few showers possible. There's a look from northwest San Antonio towards the skyline downtown, and then looking off to the north there, out towards northern portions of Bexar County from Wonderland Camp. Looking beautiful out there, as it always does when we peek into the Texas Hill Country. Now we're seeing a few showers off toward the other side of the Rio Grande, off towards our neighbors there in Mexico. You see that they're seeing some shower activity that's trying to stream closer on towards Del Rio. I do think we end up with a little bit of rain closer on to Del Rio later on today. We had a little bit of shower activity moving through portions of Bastrop County into Lee County, now moving closer on towards Bryan and College Station. Meanwhile, the rest of the state, not a lot of shower activity until you get closer on over to the Guadalupe Mountains, the highest point in Texas, located right here. You see that shower activity just east of El Paso. There's the Guadalupe Mountains. Again, highest point if you've never been out there. It's one of the bucket list spots for myself. Taking a look at the temperatures, not too bad out there. A little bit on the warm side, though, to start off. 83 degrees in San Antonio, 86 in Floresville. We do have 79 in Rock Springs, but we're going to see those temperatures hit the 90s this afternoon. Take a look at this. 93 degrees by the time we get to 5:30 p.m. Look at how hot it could be in Pearsall, 95. And something that future clouds and radar is showing here, or what it's not showing, is really any cloud cover. I do think we're going to be partly cloudy to mostly clear as we get to 6 p.m. today. And I do think we're going to have about a 10 to 20% chance for rain. I put that in the forecast because we still have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere after the rain that we had yesterday too. And I do not expect us to get anywhere near what we had yesterday. But I do think a spotty shower or two could be possible in our forecast. So, hot otherwise. Temperatures rising into the mid to upper 90s. Going to feel more like the triple digits for areas south of Highway 90 today. Moving into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday going to shape up for great pool, lake, river creek weather, whatever it may be. Make sure it includes water if you have any plans for tomorrow, because temperatures may be starting off in the 70s for the morning, but they rise into the mid to upper 90s for the afternoon. It is going to be a very hot day. Check out Cotulla. Could hit 102 as we head throughout the afternoon there on Saturday. But San Antonio has avoided the century mark so far for this year. Let's hope that continues. No 100-degree days just yet, knock on wood, but we do have some hotter days ahead of us. It will at least feel like the triple digits for tomorrow here in San Antonio, just because of the heat index values with how much moisture is in the air, because we're staying on the humid side of things. Moving into Sunday morning, starting off with 70s and maybe even a 69 there in Bernie, but as we head into the afternoon, we are going to get hot. Now, future clouds and radar only gets us to about 10:30 in the morning on Sunday, but the afternoon, mid to upper 90s across the region. Not too much rain across the region over the next week. You see that nearly all of us make it through the next 7 days without a drop of rainfall. Those who do get rain can expect about just a trace to a tenth of an inch. That's about it. Of course, we don't need the rain as bad anymore. we have pushed back that drought so much. This has been the first week since July of 2019 where we have had no moderate drought across our region. Let's hope that we continue to keep off the drought, though. You know what I mean? We do have I think we have no severe drought now for South Texas. Yeah. Or Texas as a whole, rather. No, that's what I meant. Of course, no severe drought in South Texas. We had so much rain. But now we have no severe drought across the entire state, and only over towards Big Bend National Park do we have moderate drought. So nearly the entire state of Texas has gotten rid of the drought. That's great news. You know, we were under drought for so long. The rainfall, of course, has been a big help. 4.38 now on the board for July. We picked up a lot of rain here the last couple of weeks, which put us ahead for the month and has now put us well ahead for the month. Check out how much rain we've had as far as this year, 21.99. If we get just about 400ths of an inch more rainfall, we will have had more rain than what we had in all of 2019. You see, we've already had more rain than what we had in all of 2020, but we may now have more rain than what we had in all of 2019 as well. Now, not put together, but still, you know, 2019 and 2020 were so dry. We've needed this rainfall. You see the average for the year is usually around 32.27. The last time we had an above average year was 2018, which was well above average, 41.2 inches there. I believe most of that rain fell in September and October for 2018. But we needed this rainfall. It's good to see it. Let's hope that it can continue, but in moderation, right? We don't want to flood. We've been pretty good this year. We have had a little bit of minor flooding in some spots, but if we could just have it in moderation with the rainfall, that would be good. That way we don't deal with any big floods, right? Because typically here in South Texas, whenever we do break a drought, it's because of a flood. But this year, the weather has cooperated to a point. So July. Temperatures not too bad. 87 degrees there for yesterday was the high. For today, going to be a lot hotter. We may even get close to that average, which would be around 95, 96 degrees. The only day we have had above average for the entire month was the 3rd of July, where we hit 95 degrees. That was 1 degree above average. Every other day throughout this month has either been below average, not even at average, but below average. The second hottest day of the month was the 19th. So that was on Monday of this week. It was a hot day before the rain came in just before sunset there on Monday. So the aquifer doing great thanks to all the rainfall, 670.1 feet. No change in the last 24 hours, and the 10-day average at 670.6 feet, well ahead from our monthly average. This month, usually we're around 660.3 feet. Obviously, nowhere near that. We're 10 feet above that. Here's your 7-day forecast. Again, not a lot of rain chances in there. Just today, that 20% chance for rain, and again, I think a majority of us will make it through today without a drop. I would say it's more of a 10 to 20% chance, so I'll let you know, not the best rain chances today. If there's any contractors out there, I know that there's a lot of contractors out there that are probably frustrated with all the rainfall that we've had. Maybe you need to pour cement. Maybe you need to do a little work outside. You are going to have a good week for it. Yes, it is going to be hot, but finally, drier conditions. That's what you need in order to get that work done, of course. You know that. And finally, a week where you'll be able to get some of that outdoor work done. Good week for mowing the grass as long as you get it done early before it gets too hot in the afternoon. But nice to see some drier conditions. And if you wanted to see the drier conditions continue from day 8 through day 14, in other words, to the end of July, all the way through the first week of August there pretty much. Looks like the below average rainfall will continue, but unfortunately above average temperatures will be possible. That means that we could have mid to upper 90s for highs. Very hot conditions. Let's hope we continue to push off the triple digit numbers. But, you know, it is going to be hotter. But this is South Texas in July and August. We're used to those hot conditions. It's been nice, though, avoiding that and also having a little bit more rainfall. So why are we getting more in the way of hot conditions and drier conditions? Well, this ridge of high pressure that we have been talking about that was set up over the West Coast that had been bringing them dry and hot conditions, leading to the wildfire issues, That area of high pressure was bound to move off to the east eventually, and now it looks like it will be making that little bit more of a shift to the east, leading to the drier and hotter conditions for us, like what we're typically used to seeing for this time of year. So be ready for the hotter conditions to set up. Now, I talked about this on Monday. I said if you could choose any weekend so far this summer to go to the beach, it would be this weekend. And look at this forecast. For Saturday and Sunday, highs in the 80s, all the way down the Texas coastline. You see just 10% chances for rain each day, lots of sunshine, beautiful weather. I hope you can get out and enjoy some of this beautiful weather along our Texas coastline. It will be great for it. And if you plan to do any traveling along any other areas here in South Texas, Corpus Christi, you see there, temperature's going to be in the lower 90s. Dallas-Fort Worth could get pretty hot for Sunday and Monday. Triple-digit heat up there towards Dallas. And then you see that for Waco as well. But, of course, we will avoid that. Thank goodness. Not going to be too hot for us just yet, but that could change. You know, we are getting into some of the hotter times of the year, and we could see some triple-digit days ourselves there for early August. We'll keep a close eye on it. Finally, your Texas State Park forecast. If you plan to do any hiking at some of our beautiful state parks for Saturday, remember, this is the forecast for Saturday, 70s and 80s to start off the day, lots of sunshine for the afternoon. Of course, any one of our state parks that have a river or a creek running through it, they're going to be extra beautiful right now, thanks to all the springs being pumping out a lot of water right now. You see Pedernales Falls State Park will have 92 degrees there for the high. If you've never been up there to Pedernales Falls, they're just east of Johnson City in northern Blanco County. Go check it out. It is absolutely stunning and should look beautiful right now. Enchanted Rock, it doesn't have a lot of running water through it, typically a drier area there in northern Gillespie County, just north of Fredericksburg, but it should be beautiful too. Be sure to go check that out. There is a lot of sun exposure up there though, so make sure you drink plenty of water, wear the sunscreen, sun protective clothing, the works. You could get very hot up there too, so drink plenty of water, and I always say this, overpack the amount of water that you think you need, because it is going to be very hot, and you need to be ready just in case. Trying to see if there's any questions coming in. Miguel says, busy car washes. That is true. Perfect weather for getting the car washed as we head throughout this next, not just today, but throughout this next week. I don't see any other questions coming in, though. So, guys, I'm going to leave it up here in the 7-day forecast. I'm going to be in for Meteorologist Andrew Wilson at noon today with the latest update. There should be some new model data coming in, and we may see this forecast for Friday, the slight chance I may drop it even more. I don't know yet. I'm going to wait for this latest round of model data to come in, and be sure to tune in at noon for that latest update. Also, maybe some of these latest weather models could show even hotter conditions. They have been trending higher and higher each day. We'll see what they show for the noon update. And then Weather Chief Bill Taylor, of course, is going to be in at 4, 5, 6, and 10. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday and a wonderful weekend. We'll continue to keep you updated on everything right here, of course, at Ken's 5. Have a great Friday, and again, a wonderful weekend.